Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Supercharging Your Workplace with LiveTiles. Today, we're going to talk about supercharging your employee comms and talk about our LiveTiles Reach app. My name is Andy Jones. I'm one of the senior account executives here at LiveTiles, and I'll give you a little bit of an overview of who we are for those that don't know much about us. We are a global company specializing in employee collaboration, communication software, services, and AI for the workplace. That's what we do. Rated independently and favorably in 2020 by Clearbox, Forrester, and Gartner. We have more than 1,200 organizations worldwide using our technology. Founded here in Australia, offices all around the world, and we're a multi-award winning Microsoft Gold partner. You can find out lots more about us on our website at livetilesglobal.com. So let's talk about Reach. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love this product. It's one of those pieces of technology that just works. It works easily and really hits the mark for getting communications out to people. Some of the stats here, more than 66% of all media consumption today is mobile, and over 80% is through apps. And Reach is the mobile communication app designed to live up to your vision and goals regarding employee engagement, adoption, connectivity, and security. And if we think about businesses today, they're faced with increasing challenges to connect with and engage their employees, whether they're in an office, home, or field base. And many companies have staff that are often required to operate from different locations, work irregular hours, and also use a mix of desk or mobile devices. This can present a significant challenge to keep colleagues up to date and connected so that they can collaborate efficiently, or to ensure that they access critical information no matter where they are, their location or their device. So this session will show how innovative mobile-first solutions are solving these problems. So here's a good little quote. We put this up there here before. It's not about trying to get people to adopt the technology. It's about the technology helping the people. And that's what LiveTiles is all about. We don't want to stuff people into a piece of technology. We want to find out where they are, what they're doing, how they're accessing their day and their data, and wrap that technology around that. Let's have a look at some use cases for Reach. If we look at the retail shopfront space, you can imagine people in hundreds to thousands of retail outlets. They don't have laptops and PCs that they're working on all the time through the day. They're generally using mobile devices. So we need some way to get that corporate information and comms out to those people. Education, same thing, students and parents, traditionally using email and text. It's not efficient. Let's look at a different way to do it. Not-for-profit with volunteers, they're all over the place. They've got a mobile phone, but they're generally not working on a laptop all the time. Same with healthcare, same with construction. We're talking frontline workers, maybe in remote areas, contractors still need to get access to corporate information, alerts, project information, and Reach really helps in these areas. Here's a couple of tips to engaging your frontline workers when they're on the go. Make sure you give them a consumer grade mobile app that's really easy to download with push notifications. Less is more, right? Let's keep it simple. Let's make it a quality product. Treat your internal and external stakeholders with the same importance. And this is one I like, enabling all employees to be content creators. Obviously within governed spaces, we don't want them going crazy, but if you've got people out in the field, let them create some content and push it back through. And then measure what's going right, what's going wrong, and then improve that content. So I'm going to jump into a demo. Just before I do, I just want to show you, the demo I'm going to run through is on my laptop, but it's got the same look and feel across all devices. So this is showing the app on a tablet and then on the mobile phone. Just as easy to use, just as intuitive. So let me jump into the demonstration. Alrighty, so here is LiveTiles Reach. It's using rich media. There's video, there's pictures. It's really bold and easy to see. Down the left-hand side here is our navigation pane, and we've broken it up into a number of areas. So we've got news, posts, pages, events, analytics, people, and then general settings. So we'll start with news, and this is we want to get news items out to people no matter where they are. So the news side of things, they're sent out in channels. So we've got a general channel that goes out to everybody, and then you can design your own channels: IT and tech, finance, might be HR, whatever it is. Clicking on a news item opens up the full news item. I'll wait for it to load. And as you can see, you get everything you need to see, nice and easy, crisp. We've got polls that we can put in. As an administrator, I can download results of the polls. We have how many people have looked at it. We can share it. Quite a lot we can do there. So that's the news side of things. Now, managing news is really easy. And this is the thing, it's nice and easy application for users, but it's also nice and easy for content creators. So when we go into a content creator view, you can see a red line. Everything below the red line is published and being viewed. Everything above the red line is still waiting for approval. When it's approved, it'll move below the red line and everyone can see it. Creating news, really easy. Click on create news. We can add a picture. We can pull that from Canva, or here we're using Unsplash, but you can pull it from anywhere. It's just a matter of clicking on it, saving it. It puts the picture in. Work from home, put a title in, enter some text, enter some text for the body. Here we can select, it's a must-read article, it's important. I want people in Brisbane and Melbourne specifically, and it's from the CEO. Some keywords. Entering a poll, this is where we can just say, hey, was this good? Any sort of poll that you need. Yes, no. Ask for reader's confirmation that you've read it from a compliance point of view. You can either tick the two more sort of socials areas on or off, depending on, do you want people to comment or do you not want people to comment? And then it's just a matter of hitting publish or send for approval if you need to send it through to approval. And that's it. Very easy. And this is the sort of thing that can be done in the field. And we were talking about that before, where you might have contractors on a project. Well, they can be taking photos of the project, during its phase, and then push that information back through to the corporate environment. So nice and easy, pushes the information straight back, and everyone can read it. So that's the news side of things. Posts are the more social side of things, I suppose. It can still be corporate related, but here we've got somebody's horse won at Randwick. We've got Stefano's made a pizza, so we can get that real collaboration, that real connection with the rest of the employees. From here we can reply and give thumbs up. It's a real good way, an easy way to keep connected to people that are scattered all over the place. Pages, we'll go to pages next, and this is a really good one. And if we think about that retail environment, this is where you can have company knowledge base, you've got employee handbook, you can have policies and procedures that are sitting there. And this is where that person that doesn't have a PC or a laptop can quickly look on their phone and go, okay, what do I need to know? Click on the company knowledge base. There might be some training documents or something like that in there. And it's really easy to then open up some of these documents and stay up to speed and informed. So really important, this one. This is great for those frontline remote workers. And here we have events. Events, important for people that are out in the field. What's going on in the company? You want to keep connected. Do I want to join in? These can be training sessions. They can be in-person sessions. All sorts of things can be going on. upcoming events, events that you're booked on, so you can really fine tune it to say, hey, I don't want to look at certain events that I'm booked on. But a really easy way to stay connected on what's going on. Now, analytics is really important. This is a way that you can quickly see who's looking at what times, on what days, by what device, so you can fine tune how you want the information to get out to people. If we're not checking in, we don't know if it's working. So that's a really good way to do that. And then people search. I'll go back to retail because it's a pretty easy one to talk about. But if you're a new person in a store in a regional area, I've got to get in contact with somebody. How do I know what their contact number is? So you can type in someone's name, it'll search for that person, open up, there's the number, I can call, send her an email, stay in touch with people. So again, we're getting people that are not traditionally in front of a PC connected. We don't want to lose sight for those people. The other thing too here is this app doesn't necessarily require an Office 365 environment. So your corporate world will have Office 365 licenses. Everybody's connected into the corporate domain. This app can be pushed out to people outside of that domain. It's a very easy way to have, again, contractors or in the education space, parents that aren't part of that corporate world connected to that corporate world. Really easy to do. And the other thing that's really interesting is the content doesn't have to be developed twice. So this content can come from your corporate intranet. So from a SharePoint corporate intranet, it can push through straight into Reach, so that you're not double handling any of that content. The other thing I want to show is Teams. So Teams is huge. We all know that. It's been deployed this year crazily. Everyone's using it. So same thing. If we're deploying Teams, if Teams is your platform of choice, we can still put Reach into Teams. And here it is sitting here. So there's your normal Teams panel down the left. We've got the Reach app symbol, and then all of that news that we saw from the Reach application itself is being delivered into Teams. So if your people are using Teams, you can still connect to them nice and easily as well. So that's the demonstration. It's I've gone through that nice and quickly, but that's just how easy it is. I think it's one of those applications, as I said before, it works easily. It works across a number of use cases that need it right now, it's easy for the end user, and it's also easy for the administration people to push that content out to people. So that's it. Thanks very much for your time. We'll open up to any questions if anyone's got any.
Andy, just a quick question here about next steps. How can they jump in and trial out this software?
Yeah, absolutely. So best thing to do is, let me just swap that over. So here's some, so get onto our website and make contact. That's the best thing. People can also reach out to myself. My email address is andy.jones@livetilesglobal.com. But best thing to do is jump onto the website. There's a lot more information about Reach and all our other products, and then they can make contact with us through that.
It might also be worth mentioning that on the website next week, there's going to be a whole bunch of video content being added, some how-tos, some features, and all those sorts of things. So that will be up next week, just to provide a little bit more information and context for people as well.
Perfect. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, thanks very much. We'll all be keeping in touch, and head over to the website for more information. Thanks very much.